Hello dear friends, I'm Samuel Moore and welcome to my Study with Samuel video series. So today, I'd like to look at a subject that many students find a challenge: how to tap your foot to keep time when you're playing the Bulería. There are many different ways you can tap the foot to play Bulería, but today I want to show you one that is particularly effective. This. So let's take a moment before we learn how to do this to understand what's going on and why it's important. One question I'm often asked is, why can't we simply tap the accents within the compass? So in other words, why can't we just go 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, the simple answer to that is you can do that, but there's a problem. Basically, it's an uneven grouping of accents. In other words, the first half of the compass, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is a longer distance between the foot taps than the second half, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You might be saying, why is that a problem? Well, it's quite simple really. It's very easy to accidentally speed up or lose a sense of where you are in the count if you're doing that. Therefore, the method I demonstrated a moment ago, this one, is much more effective. It's an even spacing of beats and it's relatively easy to keep everything going at the same tempo. So let's take a minute to analyse what's going on with this foot tap. It's a very traditional way that you'll see many players do. Essentially, you're dividing the compass into quarters. So in other words, 3-beat chunks. And in each 3-beat chunk, on the first beat, the foot doesn't tap. But on beats 2 and 3, the foot taps. So in other words, you're basically going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as we all know, if you have groupings of 3 beats, 4 of them give you 12, so the 12-beat compass. In other words, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the concept is relatively simple and straightforward. Let's just try tapping the foot in that way together just to get used to it. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, that is relatively easy to do. The problem is people then get carried away and they say, right, well, I'll just start doing that when I play falsettas and pieces. That's not a good approach to learning how to do this. I guarantee you're going to make mistakes, get frustrated, and bake in bad habits. So what I'm going to show you in this video is a 4-point approach to get this into your playing. And I encourage you to follow it meticulously. It really works. So, stage 1. We first need to learn to get used to doing this foot tap with other things. If you just jump in on the guitar, it's going to cause problems, because effectively doing this and other things at the same time, it's kind of like rubbing your tummy and tapping your head. It's quite difficult to do. So let's prepare the ground in stage 1. What we're going to do is with our hands, we're going to clap the accents. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But with our foot, we're going to tap what we did before. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sounds easy, but it's not as easy as you might think. So let's break it down into 3 beat chunks. On beat 12, clap, and on beats 1 and 2, tap the foot. So 12, 1, 2. Then similar sort of thing again. On beat 3, clap, and on beats 4 and 5, the 2 taps. So put that together and it's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where it starts to get tricky. On beat 6, clap. On beat 7, tap the foot. And on beat 8, clap and tap at the same time. So in other words, it's 6, 7, 8. Put that with what you already have. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the most difficult bit. On beat 9, nothing. You don't tap and you don't clap. On beat 10, you clap and tap the foot. And on beat 11, you just tap the foot. So basically you're going 9, 10, 11. Put that with everything that you've got so far and you get this. We'll do this one a little bit slower. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, as you just discovered when you tried that with me then, this is not easy to do. So I would encourage you to take your time with this exercise. It's not going to feel natural straight away. Even if you take a few weeks just to develop this exercise, it will be broadly speaking beneficial. With this in mind, I'm just going to loop it a couple of times just so you can get used to it. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's stage 1. Just get used to doing that exercise and try to get used to doing 2 things at the same time. So let's now move on to stage 2. Once you've mastered that, you might be thinking, great, well now I can play falsettas and whole pieces. Careful. Don't rush it. What I would now encourage you to do is get on the instrument, but start really simply. Pick a really simple compass phrase and try to integrate the foot tap with it. So what I would encourage you to do, it's a really simple compass phrase I taught you in my previous video where we looked at Bulerías compass embellishment. I'm going to quickly go over it again now, but I won't go into too much detail because there's another video on my channel that you can check out for that. So basically, what we're going to have is an A chord and a B flat chord, and we're just going to move backwards and forwards between those within the 12-beat compass. So on beats 1, 2 and 3, you're going to do an up strike on the A chord and 2 taps. So it's basically 12, 1, 2. Then change to the B flat voicing, down strike with these 2 fingers, followed by tap, tap. So it's 3, 4, 5. Put that with what you've already got. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on beat 6, we're staying on this chord, up strike, tap, tap. So it's 6, 7, 8. This is the tricky bit. Move back to the A chord and bring the fingers into this position, and it's 9, E and and then on 10, up strike, and finish with this finger again, tapping on 11. So it's basically 9 E and a 10, 11. Okay? So put that with what you've already got, and you get this. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Now, as I've mentioned, that is in another tutorial on my channel. So if you want to go over that in more detail, reference that video. A link is in the description below. But for now, I'm just going to assume that you're confident with that, and we're now just going to put the foot tap in. So the beauty of this is it's a very simple compass idea, so you don't have to think too much about what your hands are doing. It means you can concentrate a lot on the foot. The first 3 beats are very simple. On the up strike, nothing happens with the foot, and then as you do the 2 taps, the foot taps the ground. So in other words, you're going to go 12, 1, 2. Then the same sort of thing when you move chord here. You're going to go down, nothing happens with the foot, and then as the taps happen, you do the foot tap. So it's 3, 4, 5. Same thing here. Up strike, nothing happens, and as you do the 2 taps, the foot comes into play. So it's 6, 7, 8. Now this is the difficult bit. As you move back to this chord, as you do beat 9, so 9 E and nothing happens with the foot, but as you do the up strike and the golpe on 10, 11, the foot taps. So in other words, you're going 9 E and then 10, 11. Okay? So that's the hard bit. The rest of it's fairly straightforward. Let's just try it once from the start. So it's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. Let's loop it slowly a few times. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. So you see what I mean? It's quite difficult to do that if you're not used to it, and this is why we're starting simple. So that's stage 2 of the 4-part process. Just get the playing working with a simple bit of compass, and again, if you spend a couple of weeks just getting that right, that's time well spent. Take your time with this, it's not easy to do. Before we continue with today's lesson, I'd like to do a quick shout out to let you know about my new Patreon account. For those of you who've never come across Patreon before, Patreon is a unique crowdfunding platform that allows artists like myself to offer exclusive content in exchange for monthly pledges. Your generosity allows me to continue working as a full-time musician, and in exchange you get access to some really great material, from unseen tutorial videos similar to this one, to flamenco guitar lessons. You even get access to my weekly gathering, the Midweek Guitar Meet. This weekly study group takes place on Wednesday evenings and is a great opportunity to connect with a global community of like-minded musicians who share your passion, at the same time as getting targeted feedback from myself on a regular basis. So if all this sounds interesting to you, please click the link in the description below to access my Patreon page and select an option that works for you. I look forward to meeting you, connecting with you, and together continuing our musical journey. Now, however, let's get back to today's lesson. Let's now turn our attention to stage 3. We're going to bring in a slightly more sophisticated compass that doesn't quite line up as neatly with the finger patterns. So what we're going to do, the first half of the compass is going to stay the same. It's going to go 12, 1, 2, then change chord, 3, 4, 5. But instead of going 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, we're going to have that section that goes C9, B flat, and A. And those chords are going to change on the accent. So it's going to go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And in order to make them a bit more interesting, we're just going to go down and up with the index finger. So it's basically, on each beat, it's down, up. So put that together and it's 6, 7, 8, 9, strike on 10, on an 11, just tap the body of the guitar. So the whole compass is 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That little idea is included in my previous video on the Bulerías compass, so I'm not going to go over it in minute detail now, but that's a quick overview. Let's now get the foot involved, and it's slightly more difficult than the one you just did. The good news is the first half of the compass is exactly the same. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this second half is more difficult. When we go to the C9 chord, we'll do this in 2-beat chunks. On beat 6, nothing happens with the foot. You just go 6 and then the foot taps here on 7. 7 and. So it's basically 6 and 7 and. Then we move to the B flat chord. Again, we'll do this in a 2-beat chunk. The first down and up on beat 8, the foot taps. So it goes 8 and, but then the second down and up on 9, the foot doesn't do anything. This little section that you've just done is the most difficult bit of the whole compass, because you've got to go 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can see the foot doesn't correspond in a natural way to the chord movements. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then on beat 10, when you land back on the A chord, you do the foot tap on the down strike and on the golpe. So basically, the whole thing is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's quite fiddly to do. Put that with the whole compass and you get this. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just try looping that a couple of times. Here we go. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you see how we're still keeping things relatively simple, but already we've built in complexity. That concludes stage 3, and again, do not be surprised if this takes you a while to get. Okay? If you've not done it before, it'll be very unfamiliar. But this process is a great way to get this into your playing. We then come to the final stage, stage 4. And this is relatively straightforward if you've worked meticulously so far. All we're going to do is loop the 2 compass ideas back to back. So in other words, you're going to do this one, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and straight after it, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the cycle continues. Again, it will probably catch you out if you've not tried this before, because it's a bit fiddly. Let's just try looping it and see how you do. Here we go. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there you have it. That is a brilliant way to tap your foot with Bulerías. And if you follow this simple 4-point process, you'll be able to get it into your playing very quickly. Once you've gone through this process, you can start integrating it with other things. Start in a simple way, try it with more advanced compass ideas, and then maybe try working it in with a falsetto, and over time build it into a whole piece. But I can't emphasize this enough, take your time with it. This will have huge long-term benefits for you, but you've got to get it right. And it's a lot easier to get it right the first time than it is to unlearn something you've done wrong. So take your time and never sacrifice long-term development for short-term expediency. I leave that in your capable hands. Well, my friends, I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. There'll be more videos coming soon. If you want to study with me on a more one-to-one basis, you can book Skype and Zoom lessons via my website. A link is in the description below. Until we next see each other, you stay safe, and as always, thank you for watching.